Hello and a very warm welcome. All week we've seen the F1 teams produce their 2018 car. Today was McLaren. Now, the topic we're going to cover today, can McLaren get back to winning ways? I cannot believe this statistic when I say this out loud. They have not won a race since 2012 in Brazil. And what a race that was, by the way. Sebastian Vettel turned round on the first lap. Fernando Alonso going past Webber and Massa down the pit straight. Hulkenberg crashing into Hamilton. That is McLaren's last win, and we all love McLaren. When you say your first three teams that come to your mind, it's Ferrari, McLaren, Williams. And it's unbelievable that McLaren have not won a race since Brazil 2012. They've finally ditched Honda. They're going with Renault engines. So with McLaren Renault, they've been in Spain today. They've revealed their new car, orange livery with like blue on the rear wing. So orange and blue. I've seen a lot of negative vibes about the blue, but I think I've seen worse this week. Basically, all the teams revealed their cars this week. We had McLaren today, Ferrari and Mercedes yesterday. Then we get on to the nitty-gritty, testing. That's what we want to see. We'll do some testing again. Usually they do it at Jerez and they have a week at Barcelona. Barcelona's usually the main one though. And then, finally, it's only a month away, the start of the season. Just see what date we're on. 23rd. So literally it is a month today when the first F1 car will be on the track in Australia because we'll have Friday practice. Obviously race day is the 25th of March, so we've got 1 month, 2 days till lights out, but officially it's a month till the F1 car will be on the Melbourne track doing Friday practice. But the topic today is McLaren. Such an iconic team. I've always got a soft spot for McLaren. They're the second most successful team in F1 history, and all the best have driven for this iconic team. I have a soft spot. They gave my driver his chance, Lewis Hamilton. They gave him his route into F1, and we never forget. Okay, he's been successful now, but I never forget where he started and who gave him his chance, McLaren. And so many iconic drivers have drove for this team. Lewis Hamilton, Jenson, Alonso, Kimi Räikkönen, Montoya, Senna, Prost, just to name a few. Mika Hakkinen, David Coulthard. So many iconic names. But let's be honest, they've been an embarrassment under the Honda regime. But they've got this new life now. They're going with Renault engines. Honda is in the Toro Rosso now, so Toro Rosso will be changing plenty of engines, so I hope they've got the coffee on the go for Toro Rosso. But think about it, they've got the Renault engine. Red Bull won 3 races last season with a Renault engine, and McLaren have always said, we've got the best car in the corners. We've got the best car in the corners. They just didn't have the reliability. Renault were pretty unreliable last season, like. I think Max retired from 8 races. Ricciardo couldn't finish a race at the end of the season last season. Hulkenberg and Palmer kept breaking down all the time. So, but of course, a Renault engine is better than a Honda engine. I mean, it's quicker down the straights. Obviously not on the pace of the Mercedes donkey, but at least it's faster than the Honda engine. And I honestly believe this is the year McLaren finally get back to winning ways. I expect them to win races. I don't know how many, but I say 1 or 2 races. If Red Bull won 3 last season, I see no reason why McLaren can't win a race this year. Say we have excuse me, losing my voice, got a lot of cold, bitter man flu, I think. But that ain't going to stop me doing this video. We've seen a chaotic race like Baku. Why can't a Fernando Alonso win a race like that? Of course he can, if it's chaotic. He's doing the WEC World Endurance Championship and doing the full F1 season. So he's competing in 2 disciplines. I think he's 36 years of age and he's competing like still as if he's a 21-year-old. Driving nearly every weekend he'll be driving. When there's not an F1 race, he'll be doing World Endurance in his LMP1 car. But I want to see McLaren back at the front. If I could have my own way, I'd have Red Bull, Ferrari, Mercedes and McLaren all going for the World Championship. And let's see who is the best. Is Max the best? Is Danny Ricciardo the best? Is Lewis the best? Is Vettel the best? Is Alonso the best? I don't really count Bottas and Van Dorn because they've not got the pristine of the other drivers, but let's see. Can McLaren get back to winning ways? I really hope so. I believe they can. They can definitely win a race, at least one race in 21 races. And they can get podiums. Why not? We all know Alonso, two-time world champion, doesn't need any building up. Fernando Alonso, he is a quality driver. He always has been, he always will be. He is a different kettle of fish, Fernando Alonso. If you've been living under a rock and you've never seen Fernando Alonso, just go and type in 2012 F1 season and watch some. That Ferrari should have never been near a world championship, and he took it down to the last race in Brazil with Sebastian Vettel. He's an absolute animal, is Fernando Alonso. I never used to like him in the past, but you got to appreciate the talent that he possesses. And it's been painful watching him on the limit for 16th just to get out of Q1, or on the limit just to get into Q3. I mean, they've been embarrassing McLaren, but hopefully they can turn it around in 2018. They can get back to winning ways. I mean, think about it. 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It's nearly 6 years since they won a race. This is McLaren we're talking about. 5 or 6 years and they've not won a race. Not even been close to a podium. I think their best result, I don't know actually. What is their best result since they won the race? I know Alonso's had 5ths. They've never got on the podium since they won in 2012 in Brazil, I don't think. Off the top of my head. I'm doing this raw. No scripts or writing down. Trying to think. No, because they had that tough period, didn't they, with Perez and Button always smashing into each other. And then Honda regime. But hopefully McLaren can get back to winning ways. I really can't wait. More videos will be coming. We've got testing soon. And I can't wait to see the cars finally on the track. Big wait. November, December, January. But F1 is back. We've had the build-up of the cars. And now we get on to testing. And Melbourne. Albert Park, Melbourne. Adios. Thanks for watching. F1 season is back. It's like Christmas Day.